I've been thinking a lot about this recent trend in philosophy and science. This idea that consciousness isn't just something that happens in human brains. You know, pan-psychism and all that. The idea that everything, down to a particle, has some tiny flicker of experience. And a lot of the people who talk about this, guys like Philip Goff or Iain McGilchrist, they often present it in this really optimistic way, like if the universe is alive with mind, it's this beautiful, connected, almost holy thing. All things bright and beautiful. And I get the appeal, I really do. But I keep hitting this wall. Does a conscious universe necessarily mean a happy one? I mean, look around. What if a universe that is aware everywhere just means that suffering is also everywhere? I was reading a critique of this essay by Arthur Haswell, and he proposes this idea he calls pan-pathism. Pan, like in pan-psychism, meaning all. But pathism from pathos, suffering, deep feeling, tragedy. And he brought up the Aztecs. Their entire view of reality was based on this force they called Teotl. It wasn't a loving God. It was this relentless, savage, creative, and destructive energy. It was hungry. It demanded sacrifice just to keep the world going. It's brutal, but fuck, it feels more honest sometimes, doesn't it? There's this Aztec poem that it nails the feeling. It says, "We only rise from sleep, we only come to dream. It is not true that we come on earth to live." The idea that this life is a kind of flawed illusion. And when you look at nature, the pan-pathism idea makes a terrifying amount of sense. Think about a sea turtle. 1% of hatchlings survive. 1%. Or a lion cub. It has like a 1 in 8 shot of making it to adulthood. If there's any kind of awareness in those creatures, what is that experience? It's not joy. It's got to be mostly fear and struggle. So if the trees and rocks have some kind of consciousness, why would we assume they're having a good time? Maybe they're fucking miserable. This doesn't mean things like love or beauty aren't real. Of course they are. But in this kind of world, they aren't the default setting. They're precious. They're the exceptions. They're like these small, stubborn lights that somehow manage to shine through all the darkness and the chaos. Like a bouquet of flowers on the side of a road where someone died. The beauty is born right out of the tragedy. Maybe it's like what you hear from people who have near-death experiences. They describe going to this place of absolute peace and bliss, and they don't want to come back. This life, by comparison, feels broken and painful. But when they do come back, they're more grateful for it. They cherish the small, good moments. Maybe that's it. Maybe this world isn't meaningless, and it isn't just some cold machine. It has feeling. But that feeling is fundamentally tragic. It's a beautiful, terrible, aching thing. And knowing that, maybe that helps you appreciate the warmth of the sun on your face, just for a moment.